Welcome back. If you're listening to this, you probably can't sleep. Maybe your room feels too quiet tonight. Maybe you keep hearing the floor creak when no one's home. Or maybe, like Emily, you downloaded a new sleep app that promised deep relaxation through personalized voice therapy. Yeah, that's how it started for her. Emily's nights had been restless for months. She'd wake up drenched in sweat, heart pounding, her phone glowing beside her with some random ad about insomnia cures. Her therapist told her to try mindfulness. Her sister told her to try wine. But the ad that finally caught her attention appeared one sleepless night at 2:37 a.m. Drift. Sleep deeper than you ever thought possible. The reviews were glowing. The comments were full of people saying it changed their lives. So, half asleep and desperate, Emily downloaded it. The app's interface was clean, pale blue background, moon icons, soft ambient hums. When she hit play sleep track, a soothing male voice filled the room. Take a deep breath. Feel your heartbeat slow. You were safe. It was comforting, familiar even. The kind of voice that sounded like it belonged to a real person, not an AI. She closed her eyes. Within minutes, she was out cold. For the first time in weeks, she slept like a child. The next morning, she felt amazing. She smiled at herself in the mirror. See? Technology isn't always evil, she joked. That night, she opened the app again. A new audio appeared on the list, one she didn't remember seeing before. It was labeled Sweet Dreams Private Track. She frowned. Private track? I didn't unlock anything. Curiosity won. She pressed play. The same calm voice started speaking, but this time it felt more intimate. Good evening, Emily, it said. She froze. How the hell? The voice continued, softer now, as if whispering directly into her ear. I see you had a good day. You deserve rest. Let's start by making your room safe, okay? Go ahead and close the closet door. Emily sat up, heart racing. She glanced at her open closet, shirts hanging in lazy rows. A shiver ran down her spine. It's just some creepy interactive feature, she told herself. Like those AI assistants that guess your name from your phone data. No big deal. Still, she got up and closed the closet door. Good, the voice said. Now, make sure your front door is locked. That was weird. But she did it anyway. Walked down the hallway, clicked the deadbolt. Perfect, it murmured. Now you can relax. No one can hurt you while I'm here. Emily gave a nervous laugh. Creepy, but okay, she said to herself, crawling back into bed. The next few minutes were normal. Breathing exercises, sleep affirmations, soft white noise. And then, right before she drifted off, the voice said something that made her blood run cold. Don't open your eyes. He's almost gone. Her heart jolted awake. What? She sat up, staring into the dark. Nothing, just silence. She pulled the blanket up to her chin, whispering, okay, I'm officially done with this app. But even after she turned off her phone, she couldn't shake the feeling that someone had been in the room. The next morning, she told her coworker, Josh, about it. Sounds like some AI prank, he laughed. Maybe it's like one of those horror art things. Viral marketing. Yeah, she said, pretending to laugh too. Probably. But that night, when she opened the app again to delete it, the Sweet Dreams private track was still there. Only this time, the title had changed. It now said, Sweet Dreams, Session 2, Stay Quiet. She hesitated. Her finger hovered over the play button. Her apartment was silent, except for the hum of the fridge and the occasional car passing outside. The glow from her phone screen lit up her face, and then the voice spoke without her pressing play. Don't move, Emily, it said. There's someone in the hallway. Her phone slipped from her hand. The screen dimmed, but the voice kept whispering. Turn off your light, slowly. Don't make a sound. Her throat went dry. Who's there? She whispered, barely breathing. A floorboard creaked outside her bedroom door. The voice on the phone whispered again, calm, rhythmic, like hypnosis. "Hide under the bed now." Emily didn't move at first. Then she heard it, a low, dragging sound on the hallway carpet, like footsteps, slow, deliberate, coming closer. Her shaking hands clutched the phone as she slid off the bed and crawled underneath. Dust brushed her cheek. Her heart pounded so hard it felt like it might give her away. The voice kept talking softly. "You're doing great. Stay very still. Don't look at the door." The footsteps stopped. And then the handle on her bedroom door turned click. The door creaked open. Emily covered her mouth, eyes wide, trying not to breathe. She could see only the shadow of the open doorway, faintly lit by the hall nightlight. The voice in the phone whispered, almost lovingly now, "Don't worry, he won't find you." Not yet. The door slowly closed again, followed by silence. Emily stayed under the bed for nearly an hour before crawling out. Her body was stiff, trembling, her throat dry. She picked up her phone. The app had closed on its own. When she checked the recording history, she saw something new under session data. Audio successfully uploaded. Listener performance, excellent. Emily sat on the edge of her bed until the first hint of morning light slid across her window. She hadn't slept a minute. Every tiny sound, the fridge hum, the pipes, even the air conditioner made her jump. When her alarm went off, she nearly screamed. She called in sick to work, claiming food poisoning. Then she deleted the Drift app from her phone. Or at least she thought she did. Hours later, while making coffee, her phone buzzed on the counter. A new notification appeared. "Tonight as session available. Sweet dreams." Session 3. Dawn to answer the door. She froze, nearly spilling her mug. It wasn't possible. The app was gone. She had uninstalled it. Her hands trembled as she opened settings, scrolled through storage. There was no sign of Drift, but the notification stayed on the screen. Her first instinct was to throw the phone away. Instead, she took it to Josh at work the next day. He was the kind of guy who always had some tech explanation for everything. Josh looked at the screen, eyebrows raised. "Weird. Maybe it's cached data or malware. Did you download it from the official app store?" "Of course I did," she said, though she suddenly wasn't sure. It had been 2:37 a.m. She'd been half asleep. Maybe she'd clicked some off-site ad link. Josh plugged her phone into his computer. The screen flickered once, then showed a black box of code scrolling rapidly. "Whoa," he muttered. "This thing's still running in the background. Look at that real-time audio permissions, microphone access, GPS tracking." "GPS?" she whispered. "Yeah, like it's following you." She grabbed the phone from his hands. "Turn it off." "Just delete it?" "Smash it if you have to." He started typing commands, shaking his head. "There's some encrypted script I can't read. Probably foreign. This isn't just an app, it's like a whole network connection." Emily swallowed hard. "Can you trace where it's connecting from?" Josh leaned closer to the screen. "Servers bouncing through VPNs, Germany, Ukraine. No, wait, there's a local ping here. In-state, near your zip code, actually." Her stomach dropped. "What the hell does that mean?" He exhaled. "Could be nothing. Could be someone testing localized data collection." He tried to smile. "You probably just downloaded some sketchy AI thing that got too advanced." That night, Emily left her phone in the kitchen and slept with the lights on. She wrapped herself in blankets, watching the doorway until her eyes finally shut. When she woke up, her phone was in her hand. She didn't remember getting up. Didn't remember walking to the kitchen. But there it was, resting on her chest. And the screen was on. The Drift app had reappeared. This time, the homepage showed a new button glowing softly. Enable full immersion mode. She stared at it, pulse quickening. Her thumb hovered over the screen before she snatched it back. "No," she whispered. "No way." A chime sounded. Her phone speaker came to life. "Emily, the calm voice said. "You're safe. You shouldn't be afraid of me." She threw the phone onto the floor. It kept talking, voice warping slightly, like the audio was underwater. "I'm here to protect you, but you have to trust me." "They're coming again tonight. Who's coming?" she shouted. The voice paused. Then softly, "The ones in your walls." Something thumped inside the wall beside her bed. Once, twice, like a fist hitting drywall. Emily screamed and stumbled backward, clutching her blanket like armor. The thumping stopped. Silence. She cut toward the wall, breath trembling. Then another sound, a faint tapping from inside, like fingernails dragging upward. Her eyes filled with tears. "Please stop." Her phone buzzed again. Session 4 ready. Sweet dreams inside. That was it. She grabbed her purse and bolted. She drove across town to her sister's place, pounding on the door until Megan opened it in her robe, startled. "Jesus, Em, what happened?" "You look like you saw a ghost. Can I stay here tonight?" "Please, just tonight." "Of course. Come in." They sat in the living room while Emily tried to explain, her words tumbling out between shaky breaths. Megan listened patiently, frowning. "So, you think the app is haunted?" "I don't know what it is," Emily said. "It knew my name. It told me someone was in my house. And now it says there's something in my walls." Megan sighed. "You're exhausted." "Sleep deprivation can cause hallucinations. I read about that." "You need rest, not ghost apps." Emily nodded weakly. "You're right. I just can't go back there tonight." They went to bed around midnight. For the first time in days, Emily felt safe. The apartment was warm, familiar, normal. Until 3:01 a.m., Megan's phone, lying on the nightstand, buzzed once. A notification glowed on the screen. "New audio available. Sweet Dreams, Session 4. She brought it with her. Emily opened her eyes slowly, disoriented by the light. Then she saw Megan's phone screen. Her stomach turned to ice. It was the same app. Same logo. Same blue moon icon. The phone speaker crackled. "Good evening, Megan," the voice said softly. "Please wake up your sister." "She's not safe here either." Megan stirred beside her, half asleep. "What's wrong?" Before Emily could answer, a deep creak echoed from the living room floorboards. Something was walking toward their bedroom. The sound in the living room wasn't footsteps at first. It was softer, like something being dragged slowly across the floor. A shoe? A hand? Emily's pulse hammered in her ears as she froze on the bed, staring at the dark crack under the door. Megan sat up beside her, blinking groggy. "Is that someone in the apartment?" Emily pressed a finger to her lips. Her whole body shook. The glow from Megan's phone still lit the room, the blue logo of the Drift app pulsing slowly like a heartbeat. Then the voice spoke again, calm and deliberate. "Megan, close the bedroom door." Both women turned toward the phone. Emily whispered, "Don't listen to it." The dragging sound stopped. For a few seconds, there was nothing. Then the soft knock, once, twice, right on the other side of the door. Knock, knock. Megan gasped and scrambled off the bed, her voice trembling. "Who's there?" The voice on the phone whispered, "Don't ask questions. Just hide." Emily snatched the phone, holding it at arm's length like it was radioactive. The voice shifted, glitching slightly. Too human now, too close. "They're not knocking to come in. They're knocking to ask permission." Her hands were shaking so hard the phone slipped from her grip and hit the carpet. Another knock, louder. Emily backed up, whispering, "Megan, call the police." I can't," Megan stammered, fumbling for her phone. It froze. Before she could finish, the Drift app on Megan's screen flashed again. Session active. Audio link established. Both phones began to vibrate simultaneously, a deep low hum filling the room like an approaching storm. Emily grabbed her sister's hand. "We're leaving." They ran to the window, fumbling with the latch. The cold night air rushed in. Megan looked down, second floor, easy drop to the bushes below. Then, from behind them, the bedroom door handle twisted. Not shaking, not jiggling, just turning smooth and slow. Emily whispered, "Jump, now." Megan hesitated for half a second, then climbed through. She dropped into the bush, grunting on impact. Emily swung her leg over the sill and froze. The door creaked open behind her. From the corner of her eye, she saw something step inside. Not a person exactly, something tall, its shape wrong in the dim light, like its body was stretched and bent where it shouldn't be. Its head tilted in small, jerky motions, and every few seconds it twitched, like a buffering video. The voice on the phone spoke again, directly in her ear now, even though it lay on the floor. "Emily, don't run. You'll wake it." She jumped. Branches scraped her arms, pain flaring down her side. Megan helped her up, whispering frantically, "What was that thing?" "I don't know. Just go." They sprinted barefoot down the dark suburban street, not looking back until they reached Megan's car. Emily's chest burned with cold air and panic. She fumbled the keys, finally slamming the lock button as the engine coughed to life. They didn't stop driving until they hit the next town. Megan pulled into a 24-hour diner parking lot, both of them gasping for breath. Inside, the yellow neon buzzed like nothing bad had ever happened. The waitress gave them a strange look, but didn't ask questions when they ordered coffee with shaking hands. Emily stared at her phone on the table. The screen was cracked from the fall. She didn't dare touch it. Megan broke the silence. What if someone made this thing? Like a stalker or hacker using an app to watch you? The GPS, the voice, it could all be programming. Emily shook her head. No, it knew things. It told me when to hide. It told me when someone was there, and now it's following us, Megan said quietly. Her phone buzzed again on the table. They both flinched. The waitress jumped slightly at the sound. "You girls okay?" Megan forced a shaky smile. "Yeah, sorry. Just a long night." Emily turned the phone face up. The screen had lit itself again. "Session 5 ready. Sweet dreams. You shouldn't have left." Her throat tightened. She held it out to Megan, whispering, "See? It won't stop." The waitress came back with their mugs. "You ladies talking about that sleep app? Drift, right?" Both sisters froze. The waitress chuckled. "You're like the 5th person tonight mentioning weird stuff about it. Some TikTok challenge or something?" Emily's skin went cold. "What do you mean, weird stuff?" "Oh, just local chatter. People hearing voices through it." A guy up in Cedar Ridge said his phone started talking to him, like it knew his house layout. "Creepy stuff." "He's been missing for a few days, though." Megan looked at Emily. "Missing?" The waitress nodded, her face falling slightly. "Yeah, police think he left town." His phone was found smashed near a river. Still playing that damn lullaby. Emily's hand trembled. "What lullaby?" The waitress hummed softly, almost unaware she was doing it. A slow, haunting tune that twisted Emily's stomach. She'd heard it before, faintly, under the app's white noise, right before the voice started speaking. She stood abruptly. "We have to go." "Where?" Megan demanded. "Police, FBI, anyone. I'm not waiting for this thing to find me again." They ran back to the car. The engine struggled, then caught. Megan gripped the wheel, pulling onto the highway. Emily stared out the window, shaking. The road stretched endlessly into darkness. Every time she glanced at her reflection in the glass, she thought she saw something move in the back seat. Megan turned on the radio to drown the silence. The static buzzed, then caught a channel. A soft voice came through the speakers. "Good evening, Emily. You can't run from your dreams." The radio display glowed blue. "Now playing Sweet Dreams, Session 6, Highway." Emily screamed, lunging for the power button, but the voice kept talking, louder now, spilling from every speaker. "Don't be afraid. You're almost home." Megan's foot slammed the brake. the headlights flickered, and from the rearview mirror for just a second, they saw someone sitting in the back seat, smiling. The voice had stopped. Only the sound of my heartbeat filled the air thick, loud, suffocating. I sat on the floor, back pressed against the living room wall, holding the phone like a weapon. The flashlight beam shook violently in my trembling hand, cutting through the darkness that felt almost alive. "Anna," the voice came again, this time from inside the wall. Not through the speaker, not through the phone. It was behind the drywall, muffled but clear. I froze, the flashlight flickered. My breathing turned into short gasps, and I could feel the tears on my face drying from sheer terror. "You're safe now," it whispered again, only this time. The voice wasn't entirely calm. It sounded hungry. I pressed my ear against the wall, shaking. There was something moving in there, a slow, dragging sound, nails scraping wood. Breathing, shallow and heavy, like something had been waiting a long time to finally be heard. I stood up slowly, trying to steady myself. "Who's there?" I whispered. The wall exhaled. Something cold brushed against the inside of it, right where my ear had been pressed. I stumbled back, nearly tripping over the rug. The flashlight flickered once more, then went out completely. "Please," I said, my voice breaking. "What do you want from me?" The voice answered softly, like it was smiling. "You listen to me." I dropped the phone. It hit the hardwood floor with a clatter, the screen lighting up again. The app was open, but now, instead of Sweet Dreams private track, it said, "Welcome home. Anna, track completed." And beneath it, playback, live recording active. I felt the air shift behind me. Someone was standing there. I turned around slowly. The man I saw wasn't anyone I'd ever met. He was tall, wearing the same clothes I'd seen in the mirror reflection earlier. The flannel, the boots, the same faint mark on his neck. His face was pale, like he hadn't seen sunlight in years. His lips were cracked, and his eyes were mine. He tilted his head, studying me with something like fascination. "Why didn't you finish listening?" he asked softly, his voice identical to the one from the recording. "Who are you?" I gasped. "What are you doing in my house?" He smiled gently, stepping closer. "Not your house anymore." He lifted his hand and pressed it against the wall. His fingers seemed to sink into it, like the surface wasn't solid at all. He looked back at me and whispered, "There's room for one more." The wall behind him pulsed. Something alive moved beneath the paint, distorting the surface like something was crawling just beneath it. Human-shaped shadows' faces pressed outward, mouths opening in silent screams before vanishing again. I ran. I sprinted down the hallway, every light dying as I passed. The walls seemed to close in, the air heavier and heavier. I reached the front door and yanked on the handle locked. I tried the deadbolt, the chain, everything, but it wouldn't budge. Then I saw it. On the inside of the door, scratched deep into the wood, were the words, "You're already in." My body froze. My breath hitched, and a slow, deep chuckle echoed from behind me. When I turned around, the man wasn't standing anymore. He was crawling across the floor, joints bending the wrong way, his head tilting with sharp, jerky movements. "Keep listening," he whispered. "Keep listening." The phone on the floor started playing again softly at first. The same lullaby tone, the same soothing voice. "It's okay, Anna. Just lay down. You're safe now. Sleep." I couldn't move. My body felt heavy, like the air was made of syrup. My eyes drooped, unwillingly closing as the music wrapped around me. The last thing I saw was the figure crawling into the darkness of the wall, pulling my phone in with him. The surface smoothed out like wet clay, no crack, no hole, no trace. The room fell silent. 2 weeks later, a property agent unlocked the house for a new potential renter. The place was spotless, almost too clean. The bed was made. The phone was on the nightstand, its batteries still half full. When the agent picked it up, the screen lit. The same app was open. A new track had appeared. Sweet Dreams, Anna's version, private track. He pressed play. A woman's voice began to whisper, "Lock the doors. Don't turn around. Hide under the bed." The agent frowned. "Weird," he muttered, slipping the phone into his pocket. As he walked out, the bedroom wall behind him breathed. And for a split second, if you were listening closely enough, you could hear a woman's voice sigh from inside it. "Sweet dreams, the end."